Hi, everybody. This is Sharifa from the Nubian Review. Welcome or welcome back. Welcome back. Listen, I'm jumping in on the fly. Okay, so I have the I Am America series that I am currently in the process of curating, um, creating videos with Black History recommendations for the month. I don't know if my camera is showing really well, but I just jumped in for a quick video because this video it really wasn't even part of my lineup, but I thought I would um, do something really quick and post it to this particular series. But you can just watch it anytime you want. It has come to my knowledge that people have lost their goddamn minds because in the Super Bowl, we're gonna say racist, white wing neo Nazis, and all the Sambos of the universe. And what I mean by Sambos, like all the black people who are jumping on this train of injustice for the white man. I want to be clear when I say this. Um, I don't discriminate against anybody or anybody's cause. But when it's causing harm to, a large group of people and you're trying to disenfranchise them, that bothers me. And it bothers me due to the fact that you have a lot of people who are jumping on the bandwagon of this BS. So, from what I understand, and I don't know, I'm going to put a video in the description. I'm going to put the video that I was listening to the podcast. Was Roland Martin, and I guess they were singing the Black National Anthem, which you really had to learn the history of that. And so when he was talking about it, I'm like, they're making a big deal over uh, the anthem. Okay, so it was an outrage, I guess, because they had all black performers in every segment. Yes, there are black people who know how to perform very well. Kendra Lamar. Oh, I forgot the woman who sang she did the opening anthem, but um, it was a meltdown. Like it was a goddamn meltdown, but it wasn't a meltdown because of that. Because normally culture is celebrated, and now anything that has a tinge of someone black doing anything is considered a DEI situation, which is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Okay, so my thing about it is, people need to wake up. They need to get themselves in check, and they need to stop being ass kissers for oppression. Okay? But because this is a bookish channel, I thought I would give you all some recommendations on the fly. So, America, you know, if you don't know anything about American history, and this is particular for, the people who are ignorant about everything, about how we got to this point to where we are, because a lot of our young people, particularly I'm gonna say within the age of 12 to I'm gonna say 40, or 12 to late 30s, have no idea of true American history. They do not engage in the politics of the Civil Rights Act, how we got this far. These little luxuries that you have that are definitely being stripped away because of the ignorance of many, right? We have a government that's administration right now that's literally dismantling the Department of Education. And who does that affect? Black and mostly brown folks. So my thing about it is, you can't sit back on the sidelines and do nothing. You have to be boisterous and do something. And if you don't, this first world country that we're living in, with these few entitlements we have, is going to be a third world country. Because trust me, Elon Musk, he is working on that, okay? It is the Musk and Trump administration. not the Trump and whatever that man name administration. It is the Musk and Trump administration. And Musk is from South Africa, okay? Where they locked Nelson Mandela up because he wanted equality for his people. Apartheid Africa. Do you know how many people got slaughtered and killed in that process? Do you know how many of our ancestors got slaughtered and killed in the process of what we, of what the few little rights that we have now? And we are so fucking ignorant to let this government take all the things our ancestors fought for. And we have the younger generation say, oh, well, you know what, that ain't our fight. We are not living in a post-racial American or global society. Wake the F up, okay? So, I normally don't do these rants on my no, let me stop lying. I do. But for this one, I want to share 3 books that came to mind. And there are other great books about America. But this right here particularly is geared towards American history. And you should probably know what I'm going to pull by now. 1619 Project. The 1619 Project, this was so controversial because you have people who are in denial about the history of America's early beginnings. This land was not for the European, okay? People were slaughtered, they were killed, land was stolen. You know, we have the Mexican War, we have the Trail of Tears, we have all of these things that give us evidence that, this wasn't, we weren't in European states. And we had to stand firm to our beliefs that diversity, equity, and inclusion is just ingrained in us. And if we don't fight for it, this administration, with all their whiteness, they're going to take it away from us. This book right here was so controversial. The Republican Party and the political right tried to, this is on the book ban, they tried to falsify, they tried to say that everything in this book is not true. Now, this book is a collection of essay from several authors, great essays. I recommend you have this book in your home library, and I recommend that you read it. Not look at the documentary, I think on Hulu, okay? Read the book, have the conversations, okay? The author was several authors, but Nikole Hannah-Jones, she did an excellent job at this right here. Excellent. The second one I'm going to refer to you is These Truths, A History of the United States, Jill Lepore. This book right here, and this is what I'm talking about, down on the ground history. This is the history book that I use for homeschool with my son. And he has a copy of this too, and this is part of our library. This talks about everything from the inception of the thought of America to modern day. And she has done such an excellent job at this. I think they teach this in honors courses, but whatever, due to what we're dealing with right now, a lot of people who are using this book as material for honors courses, they may not be able to teach out because we want to, well, I don't want to, but our racist government want to rewrite history. And so if we rewrite history and we dismantle and we ban everything, you will not have access. I implore you to get this for your library. Once again, These Truths, Jill Lepore. Last but not least, because I have so many great books on American history, Africans in America, America's Journey Through Slavery. So I mentioned this book in one of my hauls that I had to, I am in the process of trying to, make sure that my library selection at my home is world class. Like, I want people to be able to access these books because I do have a concern that years from now, I'm gonna give it 10 years. If we keep going in the direction that we're going, we will not have access to these treasures, and we'll be deemed ignorant. And that's what they want. I encourage you. This is a documentary as well, but this is the companion book. I actually read this companion book several times in the past, and I loved it so much I had to repurchase it and get it for my personal library. And so these are things. This is a companion book for the PBS series. So if you go under PBS, you may be able to find a series and watch it, or just get the book. Just get the book, you know. But yeah, we need to start having these discussions. And so, due to the fact that there was so much complaints and clutching of pearls because you've seen black people perform at the Super Bowl, and they were saluting black pride. They were saluting America pride. I'd be like, you know what? It ain't no America pride for me. It's self pride, okay? Because they were saluting in the spirit of black pride and unity, universal unity. Everybody lost their fucking minds. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I have not ever been a big fan of Super Bowl. I will usually watch it during the halftime, and every now and then I'll watch the halftime or something like that. But my thing about it is, ever since Calvin Kaepernick, and my son, he had this interesting article. If I can find it, I will also pin that for you too. Ever since the Calvin Kaepernick situation, I've been giving this to the NFL. So, I just want to post this. Don't want to be in a rage or a rant. My goal is to be truthful with the book recommendations and the resources that I am sharing on my channel. And yes, every now and then you're going to hear a rant. And I feel like a lot of people don't want to talk about the elephant in the room, right? But we can't avoid it any longer. So I want to thank you for stopping by, and stay tuned for more recommendations. And I will say this. If you stand on the sideline too long, you're going to miss the opportunity to make any change for the future for yourself and your family. And that's all I'm going to say. Until next time, peace, my people.